go like take two, you know. You know, I'm good at doing that. I don't know why that cut off though. We're gonna see. All right, man, family. Lee Mac 912. This is take two because we already did this. We're here with Howard Gumbs Jr. From Howard G Cigars. I already explained the first time who he is and how I met him. We met him down in Sand Lake. My boy Cowboy is the one who introduced me to him. He said, "This is Howard G, the one and only." And so Howard was telling me how he got into the cigar business, how he used to be around Avo and all of that. So go ahead, Howard. Pick the story up from the second time around.
Okay, so
here we go.
So when we're at Corona Sand Lake and Dr. Phillips, shout out to Jeff, Boyce, Richard, Tanya, and the whole crew there. That's been like my home lounge for 18 years since I started smoking cigars. And at the particular time, that was the Avo Lounge of Corona, and Avo was about 84, 85 years old. He would be there. I mean, the smoothest guy you ever want to see in life. He just was sharp. And back then, you know, that's back before I was married. You know, I was single back then. But I used to come pull up the Corona, and we'd be outside. It was like the spot, you know, either the left side or the right side. That was the spot everybody wanted to be at. And I would go out there to see Avo, and I have a young lady with me, and Avo would, you know, I always got to go pay homage to I call him Papa, and he would go like this to the young lady, and she looks at me. I say, sit on his lap. And he would go like this, and she look at me. I say, kiss him on the cheek, and he would say, I can take care of you better than Howie. And I look at her and say, he showed enough care, you know. But that would make his day, you know. 80-something years old, he's sitting there looking like the Don, you know what I mean? It would just make his day, and I thought it was super cool. And then I just started hanging out with him. Then once he wasn't driving anymore, he got in an accident. One of us would bring him to Corona, one of the guys, and we, you know, put his cushion out there, and he'd sit down and he'd hanging out. And he would always go in his bag and hand me this chubby cigar. It's called Avo Chubby. Never put it, released it, but it was unbanded, but I love that cigar. Right. And one day we were just sitting out there, and he goes, Howie, you should be in the cigar business. And I looked at him and I said, Papa, you know I'm black, right? So how the heck you gonna tell me I should be in the cigar business? And I said, why me? He goes, Howie, you love the people like I love the people. So it hit me in the side like a blind side, like, you know, I played linebacker in football, so it kind of blindsided me like that. I said, oh man. Well, fast forward, you know, that was the seed that he planted. Now he passed away about 6 months later after that time. And we had a celebration of life in the parking lot of Corona. And everybody knew to wear white because Avo always wore white. But I'm a Robert Graham guy, and I end up coming in with my Robert Graham. So that goes into that picture that's inside Corona Sand Lake. We have it in our office as well, is the celebration of life picture. And like you were saying, there's a whole bunch of people wearing white, and then you see this colorful shirt, the little dot. The dot's me. But when he died, literally, the kind of like the seed kind of was like, all right, that's gone. Right. Well, it didn't end there, because about 7 months later, one of my friends, Alex Menendez out of Miami, fellow Cowboy fan, and he came into Orlando. He said, bro, I'm in town, I gotta see you. I said, meet me at Corona. So I got to Corona, and he was at the bar. And by the time I got to the bar, I guess it had been 30 minutes, and he already saw me walk in. He goes, took you 30 minutes to get here. He's like, you're the mayor of Corona. I said, I wouldn't say that. I said, maybe, you know, Paul Lee, Ray Kudre, a couple other guys, you know, top heavy hitters there. I was like, maybe there. He's like, nah, you're the mayor. You ever thought about
That's the way it was introduced to me as. Cowboy said, yeah, he's like the mayor down
there.
Well,
that's what they call me now. Now it's just full blown. But back then I was like, nah, Paulie's the mayor, right? Right. And then he goes, well, you ever thought about making a cigar? And it instantly brought up a sore subject now. Right. Because that's what Avo told me. Right. And before he died, and he goes, bro, you know my brother owns 50% of the factory in Nicaragua that we produce 10 to 12 million cigars? Oh, you're like one of my best friends. You want to do a cigar? We'll do a cigar. Right. Well, that's when I'm like, uh-oh. well, we're back. We're reloaded. We're back. Okay, we're back on this mission.
Right.
And so we started talking, and I went through some different things, and I had certain things that I liked, certain things that I wanted, certain blends that I like. I like my favorite cigar is Padron 80th. I wanted something that kind of gave me similar complexity, notes, and things like that. Same age tobacco and stuff like that. We have that, and that's where we came up with the Black Moses Maduro when I was down in Nicaragua.
Nicaragua, yeah.
So Black Moses Maduro has been our #1 selling blend nationwide. But then also we have other Black Moses, the Natural, the Limited, the Blanco.
Okay.
And then from there, we went to our Magic Stick line.
Okay.
That's 5-year age tobacco, but we have 3 Vitolas from a Robusto, a Toro, and a Gordo.
Right.
We noticed that a lot of lounges have certain demographics that like certain sizes.
Right, correct.
So we want to kind of appease to anybody. So if you're a smaller ring gauge person, well, we have the Robusto in the 52x5. We have the Toro in the 50x6.
Right.
But if you say, man, I want to hang out and smoke a little while, I want something bigger.
Right.
We got a 6x60. We have that. And so that's our Magic Stick line. And then from there, we have our All Pro Series. Now, our All Pro Series is very special to me because 2 of the NFL legends that are currently on our line are like my brothers. We're not blood brothers from the same mama, but we're like brothers.
Right.
They were on the boat with me when they pulled up on the boat getting married. They were 2 on there with my other 2 blood brothers. So that's Ike Taylor, 2-time Super Bowl champion, Pittsburgh Steelers. He was actually Mr. Rooney's favorite player.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that. Mr. Dan Rooney, when he passed away, you can Google that and you can pull it up. Ike Taylor was one of the 8 pallbearers. It was Ike Taylor and his 7 grandsons. And so when Ike went to the funeral, Ike is sitting in front of the President of the United States.
Right.
That's when it really clicked in his head, like, man, I'm really family. Yeah, you really. Some of his teammates call him Ike Rooney. So I always tell that story for Ike, and now he's one of the top scouts for the Steelers. That's why he's not here, because they're having PCA doing draft days in a couple days.
Right.
But that market and everything what they do there is great. My other one is Leon Searcy. Leon Searcy is the greatest offensive lineman in the history of Miami Hurricanes. Okay. And I'm a Florida State Seminole, so you can tell how much we go back and forth.
Right.
But yeah, he won 3 national championships in 4 seasons. He was Bill Cowher's very first draft pick in 1992.
Right.
To the Steelers. And after he lost to my Cowboys in year 4, he was a free agent and he went to the Jacksonville Jaguar, where he retired as the number 14 Jaguar of all time, greatest Jaguar of all time. That's where he currently resides. So we make 2 cigars for Leon. The Big Surf, which is a 60 ring gauge by 8 3/4. And then for people that have commitment issues, we have the Little Surf, which is going to be a 5.5 by 58 ring gauge. And we're releasing something this year at the show called the Draft Day 1992, which is an absolutely amazing cigar. It's a 6x60 for Leon size. He also wanted to do something different because the 2 current cigars on the line are already Nicaraguan. He wanted to go Dominican, so it's an all Dominican blend. And so everything is awesome there. And then last but not least, and one of the hottest things we have going on right now is our golf line. I do about 85 golf tournaments a year. We're still putting together when we're going to launch our own celebrity golf tournament. Okay. Because we have a lot of people all across the country that loves our golf line. That's called the Perfect Round. It's the front 9 and the back 9, 52x7 Connecticut shape on the front 9. Once you get finished with that front 9, you probably saw the cart girl. She probably gave you a drink, a bite to eat. They got transfusions, Bloody Marys, all type of things on the carts there. And then you finish with the back 9, which is another 52x7, but it's a sun-grown Habana. And so when you smoke those 2 together, you have the perfect round. Typically, our clients that play 18 holes typically shoot better than their average when they smoke the front 9 and the back 9 together. And so the other product we're releasing at the show this year is called our Scramble. And the Scramble is a mixture of the front 9 and the back 9 together in a barber pole. Okay. So like when we released that, we had that song saying from the back to the middle and around again. Right. So you get everything. You got the front, you got the back, or you can have them
Right down the middle. You got everything, yeah.
So that's pretty much everything we got going on. We're in 33 states, 3 countries currently right now. My wife and I, Rachel, we host a show on Cigar TV.
Okay.
It's called Cigar Essentials.
Okay.
You can pull that up on Cigar. We got season 1 now airing.
Right.
And so we just having a fun time. Our tagline is "We got action."
We got action.
And so, anything
I like
else?
it. There you go. That's all that need to be said.
Okay.
My brother Howard from Howard G TV. Listen, we thank you for taking the time
Absolutely.
and telling us all about the line. We got some B-roll. We're gonna shoot it over there, and it's been good to see you. We're gonna good to see you always, man. All right,
brother.
Peace.